Hi everyone, I'm Lindsay. I'm Adam's mom, and I'm here to read you chapters 35 and 36 of Front Desk. So here we go with chapter 35. When we got back to the motel, there was another Chinese immigrant waiting for us. Word was really getting out about the baseball cap. Uncle Feng was an animated guy with thick eyebrows that moved up and down when he talked. He told us that he used to be an accountant back in China and now was working as a waiter over in Riverside. That was until he got fired. "You won't believe this boss of mine," he said at dinner. "This time my mom made lettuce, literally just lettuce." Thanks to Mr. Yao withholding our wages, it was all we could afford. But stir-fried with a little garlic and soy sauce, it actually wasn't half bad. "What'd he do?" "He fired me for scratching my nose." "What?" I said. "Really?" That and the fact that a customer slapped me, which, by the way, was completely uncalled for. "A customer slapped you?" my mom asked. "She was crazy. I honestly don't know why she slapped me," he said. "All I was said to her was, 'Hey, baby.'" My mom nearly choked on her tea. "Well, no wonder she slapped you," my dad said. Uncle Feng put his chopsticks down. "What's wrong with 'hey, baby'? Americans are always saying 'hey, baby.' It's what you say when you greet somebody. Everybody knows that," he shrugged. "It's what you say when you greet a girlfriend or a boyfriend," my mom told him. Uncle Feng turned bright red. "Are you serious?" he asked. My mom nodded. Uncle Feng got up and started pacing the room. He put his hands to his face. "I had no idea," he said. "So many people were saying it, I just thought—" My dad chuckled. "It's all right, buddy. Happens to the best of us," he said. "I cannot believe this. I was saying it to almost everyone," Uncle Feng said, scratching his nose. Something about the way he was scratching his nose caught my eye. He was scratching with his middle finger. Uncle Feng?" I asked. "Yeah," he said. He turned to me, his middle finger still on his nose. From a distance, it looked like he was flipping me off. "What? What is it?" He looked so innocent and earnest, and at the same time so ridiculous, I just had to help him. That night, I made Uncle Feng a pamphlet of American phrases and what they actually mean. Mia's Book of American Phrases and Customs. When you hear "get out of here," do not actually get out of there. It's just something they say when they're surprised. If someone says something is a piece of cake, it doesn't mean they're going to give you cake. It just means it's easy. Do not be alarmed when you hear the phrase "riding shotgun." It does not mean they have a gun. It means to sit next to the driver in the car. Don't feel insulted when you hear the word "dog," as in, "What's up, dog?" Or "How you doing, dog?" Dog means friend. If someone is calling you a dog, they're not being rude and calling you a dog. If something is sweet, like "sweet car," it means it's good. It does not mean it literally tastes sweet. Similarly, if something is sick, as in "sick bike," it also means good. I know it's a little confusing. The word "dude" is a slang term for a male friend. It shouldn't be used when addressing the police, your boss, a senior citizen, or a female. Do not stick your middle finger up for any reason in America because the middle finger is considered offensive. Use your middle finger or pinky instead. Use your index finger or your pinky to scratch your face. Don't take your shoes off everywhere. Americans like to wear their shoes inside the house. Do not comment on how someone's appearance has changed. I know it's a compliment in China to say "you look like you've gained weight," but trust me, Americans do not like it. The pamphlet went on and on. I tried to be as detailed as possible and put in as many phrases, gestures, and idioms as I could think of. Uncle Feng was very grateful when I gave him the pamphlet. He said he would study it and memorize the rules before he applied for his next job. I also showed him my notebook with all the names of the restaurants the other immigrants had gotten fired from, so he knew where to avoid working. Uncle Feng copied the restaurants down and added some names of his own. He also added some comments next to the other stories, such as, "Hang in there," and "I feel your pain, brother." I smiled. I liked how my little notebook was becoming a message board for the immigrants. Uncle Feng left the next day as the first of many jack-o'-lanterns appeared in Mrs. Q's window. It was almost Halloween, and I hadn't really thought anything of it. But then I started making a killing in tips. I guess people felt sorry for me because every single customer who came through on Halloween put $5 in my jar. They probably thought I should be out trick-or-treating instead of working in a motel.